We get served a cease and desist by Tom Hanks. So it's time for a new segment. It's time for Brad Pitt or Brad Shit. Hit the intro. Welcome to the completely new and original segment of the show, Brad Pitt or Brad Shit. A concept you may not be familiar with. We pick a Brad Pitt movie and we decide if we like it, we give it a Brad Pitt. Yeah! World's sexiest man at some point, don't know the year. And if we don't like the movie, we give it a Brad Shit. Jamie, would you like to do us all the honour and being the first ever person to play Brad Pitt?
I would love
Brad
to.
Shit.
I would love to, Darren. Thank you for that. My Brad Pitt film to kick this whole segment off is going to be. We'll do a drum roll since it's the first one.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, famously known for the film that caused the affair of them between Jennifer Aniston and Brad
That's
Pitt.
right. That's right. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I own it.
That's a good
Who owns
start.
DVDs anymore? Don't at me. Fuck you. DVDs matter, man. I have seen it. I wanted to rewatch it recently. I really like this movie. It's been a while since a film like that's been made, or is made as well as that. Because remember, when you see the poster, fuck it, put up the poster. It looks kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because they're back to back or like different size. It's just dumb. But yeah, I like this movie. I would give this a strong
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt. Would you give it out of 10?
I would give it a solid 7 out of
7
10,
out of 10.
Which, by the way, anything over 5 is a watchable fucking movie.
For anybody watching this who hasn't seen it, I'll tell you what it's about. According to the internet, a husband and wife struggle to keep their marriage alive until they realise they are both secretly working as assassins. Now their respective assignments require them to kill each other.
Unbelievable. I think it came out in 2004.
Let's check.
Let's check. Searching. Enter the Matrix.
2005.
Oh, you bastard. I was close.
Very close.
You know, close.
I would give it a Brad Pitt. So that's a good way to begin that new segment.
Absolutely. However, full disclosure, the affair caused by that movie gets a Brad Shit. Just, you know.
Bad Pitt. Bad boy.
If you're watching this, which we know you are, Brad, we love you.
We love you, but fucking behave yourself.
I'm still undecided, so I'm just going to throw one that just comes straight to my head. Let's go a recent Brad Pitt movie. Since you went a wee bit older, I'm going to go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the film by Quentin Tarantino or Quentin Quarantino.
Who's that?
One of them. You've seen that, right?
Who's Quentin Tarantino?
He's a guy that makes the movies. You know, he's like an artist.
Oh wait, did he do Happy Gilmore?
Oh, you're triggering me. You're triggering me. Arguably one of the best filmmakers. Again, don't at me. Fuck off. For people who haven't seen this movie, how the fuck do I describe this movie? Brad Pitt is a stuntman.
I've still not
You've
seen
not
it.
seen it?
No.
What? Oh, so you can't even... Fuck's sake. It is basically... I won't spoil too much, but...
Brad Pitt plays Leonardo DiCaprio's stuntman. They kind of go through LA and it just follows them through a couple of days. And obviously, drama ensues. I won't dive into what because that will just ruin the film for you. But Brad Pitt's fucking hilarious in it. Absolutely hilarious. And I think it might be one of my favourite Brad Pitt, if not my favourite Brad Pitt performance. So for that reason, it has to get
a Brad Shit. Just kidding. It's a Brad Pitt, baby.
I haven't seen it, but I think when I watch it that I'll enjoy it. So I'm going to... I agree.
Yeah, you give it a pending Brad Pitt. Well, excuse me, this game of Brad Pitt or Brad Shit is making me Brad thirsty. I don't know why I found that so funny. So that was the unique and brand new segment, Brad Pitt.
Because he's Brad. He's Brad. He's really, really Brad.
Because I'm Brad. I'm Brad. Really Brad. And the whole world has to answer right now to tell you once again,
Who's Brad?
Pitt.
Well, gentle viewers, we hope you enjoyed that new segment. The next segment in this episode, thank you for tuning in, by the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit like and hit subscribe. In fact, hit like just now and hit subscribe right after that, and we'll wait for you to do that.
Yeah.
Like.
You've not done it yet. You've not fucking done it yet.
Can see you hinking about it, wondering how long we're going to wait on you.
However long remains in this video, I'm going to guarantee 80% of it is us still doing this. So
we've got 3 weeks of lockdown. If we need to sit here for 3 weeks and I need to upload to YouTube a 3-week long video, I'll do it. Like and subscribe. Darren, I don't know if you've ever thought anything, but I've been thinking about this term that I found that's called Flanderization. Have you ever heard of it, apart from when I brought it up to you for the purpose of doing this show?
I've never heard that term before in my life.
Well, Flanderization comes from Flanders, from well-known show The Simpsons.
Oh, Harley Ho.
Exactly. Hidely doodly. Neighbourly Waverly. That guy. Aye, so basically Flanderization is the act of progressively exaggerating a single trait or set of traits of a character until it overtakes all other characterization.
Interesting. I'm excited to see what we can Flanderize together. Is that I don't know, is that a verb? Are we making that a verb? It's a verb.
Yeah, just two guys in lockdown Flanderizing. The first example of that for me that comes to mind is Friends, which I know you're not a massive Friends fan.
No.
I'm sure you'll have seen enough of it to have seen how the characters ended up like being Flanderized. So, for instance, Joey Tribbiani, we'll flash him up on the screen for you.
Oh, look how handsome he looks. I don't know what era you're going for, but wow, look how handsome he looks.
Very handsome. So Joey Tribbiani was a ladies' man, maybe even a bit of a misogynist.
Yep.
Cut to like season 5 onwards, he's basically an idiot, pervert, kind of just like clueless guy.
Yeah. No, that's there's many examples that, even not as a massive Friends fan, that spring to my mind, and they're hilarious, by the way. Not saying they're not funny, it's just a really interesting, like you say, this is an interesting thing to see happen to characters. And also the game show, when he's on the game show and he like what is it, like it's in your fridge and it's like ectoplasm, a ghost.
Aye.
You know, those are the moments that stand out and you're like, that guy's really as you said, dim. Ross is one that sticks in my mind, in the sense that how Ross only had very rare moments of freakouts, and then that just became the massive thing that he always was. Like any day, him getting really drunk and just being like, Bleh!
Yeah, they kind of made him increasingly more mental, I think is the word, when he starts shouting about his sandwich. I think that's like in season 5 or 6. It's like,
that's fun. I think that is funny.
He's kind of having a mental breakdown because somebody stole his sandwich. My sandwich.
One character that, if I'm going to go fire into this, not Friends related, thankfully, unfortunately, whatever side you're on. When you told me this term, there were 2 shows in particular I had in mind, but one happens to be my all-time favourite. Holy shit. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That small little head is the character of Dennis Reynolds. Probably, and I think most people, like, for different reasons, it's hard to say a favourite, but probably my favourite. This character has always been a little bit, from the get-go, a little bit creepy. But when I say little, I mean little, because the first season, it comes across like he's just a womanizer.
Yeah.
But then that slowly develops as we see to him making sex tapes of every sexual encounter that he has from the behind angle of just him.
Yeah.
And then obviously one of my favourite episodes, the gang buys a boat. They really, from maybe season 4 onwards, really lean into the super sexual, almost serial killer vibe, to the point where there's an episode literally about him if he is a murderer. I think it does work in this case. The serial killer vibe along with the pure anger. And anger was something they really pushed because I think, I don't know, like people like fans of the show would find those bits hilarious. So like anything, they've been like, let's dial this up to 11. One of the scenes is when he's trying to sell the car and the guy calls it a starter car. And he literally looks like he's about to like burst a blood vessel. And he's actually spoken about that scene. Like Glenn Howerton spoke about that scene, says how he hates to do them because like it really does him in. Because he has to do it over and over again. A starter car, this is a finisher car, a transporter of gods, the golden god. I am untethered in my rage, now is no bounds. Flanderization is a good term just to completely pair with that show because it is just that the way they set it up is that there is no development. I mean, there is a little bit with Mac since, you know, like him coming out storyline, but most of it is just all these consequences but never learning because there's no punishment to them. The Thanksgiving episode when they literally set their gaff on fire and lock people in there instead of trying to like squash their beef.
Yeah, Mac's character starting out with like being interested in the chick who's got the penis, and there's always like a vibe of like he seems kind of gay, but it seems like it's just a running joke until it all like leads up to that episode where he does like the dance where like Frank's in the audience, he's like crying and stuff. But,
that's the main one. That's the main biggie, because I think a lot of people were like, what the fuck? Because they're like, this isn't why I watch Sunny. However, it is fucking tremendous. It is great.
I never understood it. I was like, is something funny about to happen? And then it doesn't. And then the next season, they just come straight back as if nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
But I think it was quite a cool way to add some like heart to the show, like something real. Because it did make you feel like, oh, this is kind of beautiful or something, like something's happening here, even though I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I cried. So I've got no shame in saying that I cried at that episode. So, yeah, this is welcome to the Always Sunny podcast, my dream fucking podcast to do. Holy shit.
Let's talk the American Office.
Yes. Holy shit, man. Flanderization. It should just be called the Flanderization instead of the Office.
The Flanderization station.
There's two characters that come to my mind that, to me, are the biggest ones that do my tits in. Mine has to be Andy Bernard. He starts off like already a parody of like somebody who goes to a fancy school. If they exaggerated him being from, I can't even remember, where did he go again? What's the college called? Fuck. Cornell.
Ever heard of it?
Like Cornell. So yeah, he goes from this guy who's always like this wanky, like, oh, I came from here, and that would have been good to Flanderize. But then, there's a season where he talks about chlamydia and how important STIs are, and there's a next season where he doesn't know what chlamydia is. The issue with that character is that he kind of became Michael Scott.
Diet Michael Scott.
Yeah. You never want it. When you open the fridge, you never want it.
I've got 2 sitcoms written in a drawer over there.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
It is. I wrote them all in felt tip pen. I've got one about a haggis that learns the bagpipes. There's a lot of Flanderization in there, as you can imagine.
I can imagine. Aye.
The other one's about a boy that dies. They're very funny. But anyway, next week is going to be 4.5 hours of us talking about the Flanderization of Frasier.
Woo! Yeah. Knock, knock.
What?
Knock. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another unique new segment. Mock the joke. Read about the things that happen throughout the world. We decided this episode that we would, after our highly rated Halloween episode where we discussed knock jokes, we thought we would ask you guys and just do a little bit of search of our own to see and discuss and take the piss out of shit jokes.
Let's start with the ones that were given to us.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Don't know.
Ground beef. I really like that.
Because it's beef that's on the ground.
Exactly.
Side thought here. Why is a cow beef, a pig is pork? What other kinds of meat do you get? But a chicken is just chicken.
Yes.
Right, thank you. Let's move on to our second joke.
A horse walks into a bar and the bartender asks, "Why the long face?"
I hate that joke. It's shite. It's just shite.
What is brown and sticky?
Don't know.
A stick.
Right, okay. Quite like that.
Have you ever heard of corduroy pillows?
No.
They're making headlines.
Right, okay. My younger brother, Mr. Ewan O'Donnell, he says, what's the difference between a well-dressed man on a tricycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle?
I don't know.
Attire. He also said, what does a deaf gynecologist do?
What? Don't know.
Reads lips. Terrible, but it's my favourite one so far. Our friend from our job, Daniel, asked him for a joke. So Daniel McAllister has said, how do you cut the C in half?
Okay. How? I don't know.
With a seesaw.
I've got one for you from myself. What's red and smells like blue paint?
Red paint.
Red paint?
Next question, please, Bradley. Oh, sorry, I thought we were in the chase. What is Whitney Houston's favourite type of coordination?
I don't know.
Hand-eye coordination.
That is tremendous. What does a house wear?
Don't know.
A dress, mate.
What does a drummer call his twin daughters?
I don't know.
Anna 1, Anna 2.
Jokes aside though, did you hear about the two thieves who stole a calendar?
No.
They both got about 6 months.
I bought some shoes for a drug dealer the other day. I don't know I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day.
Oh man, do you know how do you feel when there's no coffee?
What?
Depresso. Come on, man. These are bad jokes. This is what this segment's all about, man.
Does anybody need an arc? Because I know a guy.
Nickelback.
Sometimes I tuck my knees into my chest and I lean forward. That's just the way I roll.
Oh shit. Why does Santa have such a big sack? Because he only comes once a year. Cut that.
It's getting kept in.
No.
My wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my stuff and write. We have a joke that's just come in real time through the airwaves from the kitchen onto my phone from my wife.
Oh.
She says, what do you call a man who cannot stand?
I don't know.
Neil.
Ending a high. That was a good closer.
Yeah. 10 out of 10, honey.
That was Mock the Joke. Is that a new guitar in the background?
It is, aye.
Have you always... It is?
Do you want me to play it?
I mean, can you play guitar? Can you play guitar?
I've never tried, but I could try the new.
That's what I thought, because I was like, you don't play guitar, so weird that you've got one. But I see, go on, even if it's terrible, just use a wee something, you know.
They were here when I moved in. Is it a? It's a guitar. It's called a guitar.
Oh. How are you? What? This man's never touched a guitar in his life, and listen to this. Oh, that was, I can't believe that. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The first time ever
It just came naturally.
has touched a guitar. Just came naturally. That's insane. Music is in your body, man. That was tremendous.
It is.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
actually some music coming out my nipples. Can you see
Oh,
that?
oh. Oh God, I'm out of here. That's horrendous. Oh God. Oh, get that music away from me, sir. That's disgusting. I'm covering this up. This is not safe for work.